Right, moment of truth. Time to see if this is if retirement was a terrible idea, or if this was a brilliant idea and I just don't know it yet. So let's begin exploration of the 18th floor. Why not? So, it won't take that long to get there, so I may as well show the pathway. Again, just to the 16th and 17th floor, just to remind you how to get there successfully without having to do anything tricky. Let's make sure we have warp wires and stuff just real quick, and then we'll be ready to go. We have 10 million nectars for good reason. We have two very weak characters. I'd hate for them to die. We do still have that breaker if we ever need to hit a single target hard. Do we have better swords available to us? 125. I do personally think that Eric needs whatever he can get, but strength plus 6 is pretty much what he's going to get, as that's the only way that's going to help him that isn't going to reduce damage against the enemies is by having higher strength. So let's go over to Sandy Barrens for us. All slash isn't going to be the highest move priority as either, so you're just going to have to wing it. 8 levels, well 7 levels. So I was wrong last time. He gained 4 skill points and 2 strength from his retirement, and that's what he actually gained. But that's enough for me to let me max HP up now, so I'm not going to complain about that. So, and that's the main reason I retired him. It's because I wouldn't have enough points to get both boost up and HP up, so we're just going to say that's that. And we can max rain now, okay. Okay, then we're just going to work towards bait again, and we're going to do essentially the same thing he did the first time around. Here. And just like on the 16th floor, it's a really small area with nothing but this warp, which I guess I'll put right there, and the stairway back down. Also, these stairs go up. And 18th floor, nature's. Now this is when things get not tricky. There isn't actually, well, when I first watched McGammer, and I remember this clearly. I remember this being a teleport maze. Like if you went to a certain direction, it took you off the maze, and it's like, oh, that's really confusing. But it turns out I think he was doing a quest or something at the time. So this isn't actually a teleport maze, as I originally thought. Where it's vast open space and you take a step in the wrong direction and it teleports you. This is a tactic used later on in Etrian Odyssey 4, but less on that and more on this. Feel threats around you within this expansive space and labyrinth, whether it's forceful, whether dangers, extreme caution is called for. And we are forced to go back before we even started. That is, I feel gypped. That's how I feel. Not hurting too bad though. Alright, I'll just go ahead and walk back manually. I'm going to see you guys in a few seconds. Oh, why is there a check here? It's because there's no teleport back, so there's no actual warp back, there's just this way. Well, that's interesting. And we have made it back to the Rada Hall. It goes well. Oh. Sudden music change. Yes, we met Kapala. Uh-huh. You have no idea. I do too. He's a madman. Not really, you'll find out later. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, Visil. You know, I never agreed with what he had to say. This is sad. We're the only ones they can rely on. Oh. Thank you for the luck. Probably because he has something he wants to hide or something. Let's... We have missions. Yes, annihilate the forest. Well, we were forced on this, I think. That isn't foreshadowing at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that is super foreshadowing. And if you didn't get a hint from that, I feel very bad for you. It's just... Well, I'm gonna have to make my way down to the labyrinth again. I'm gonna see you guys back on the 17th, 18th floor. And we have returned to the 18th floor, Nature's Boundless Horizon. Ran and Sakta. Now, something that's going to end up happening is that I'm going to have to end up swapping probably Eric for Ren again. My Ren, not the Ren we just met. And so that we could use Defender on these upcoming fights, because it's going to be... there's going to be some, I think, required FOEs. Oh, that was another foreboding instance of things. Let's go over here. We know that there's lots of random pillars strewn about the place. You're just gonna have to figure out where they are, but I don't think it's even required. But most of this is big, empty, open space. And of course, if you look at your map, you can find where the spring is, which is going to be very useful for me. We'll go ahead and go south to take advantage of it. It is in a nook, just like the one we ran up the stairs. So you can only approach it from this angle. And it has the underwall right here, I think. Easy revitalization. I don't remember what these FOEs are. I think they're frogs. I don't really remember. I think they're frogs. So don't use paint to really map this place in, because otherwise there's no way to know when the frogs are and where they are, and that's going to be important later, I think. Maybe. And these pillars are kind of landmarks, but not really. And I think this is a random wall. Not random, but there's a wall here. For the most part, this wall goes straight up, but it seems to do a little bit of indentation over here, and I'm thinking that's the way into the main part of the floor. Yes. Yeah, there's FOEs and all sorts of big bad stuff over there. I mean, there's no quick way to walk on every single tile so you know where every FOE is going all the time. But it would be good training for Eric, but there shouldn't be really anything else we can actually do here. Meet the Mystic. Or the Druid, not the Mystic. The Druid is healing magic and magic, I think. That should be about right, so we're gonna do this. As such, I don't think she's affected by Defender or anything, so just aware of that. All Slash should take care of this for us. I'm gonna be relying on All Slash a lot while we're here. Got a bunch of level ups from that. And with those level ups we can get... What are you working on? Attack up? Eric is getting another his second level in bait. He would usually be like level 21 around now. And we start working on bait, and now he's like level 16 and he's working on bait. You can see it's kind of a big deal. Relaxing? Do we have relaxing max? No, we don't. Getting there though. That's it for level ups there. And the frog FOEs that walk around here are weird as well. I think there's a quest about eliminating them or something. Let's quickly look around for the pillars, as they're usually viable landmarks. And there's also some item points strewn about. Here it is. So there's a mine point here, for example. I believe there's all sorts of item points on this floor. You just have to look for them. Wonder if there's any pattern in the pillars. Probably not. As you can see, that wall has always been a few spaces away from us. And will continue to be for the rest of the floor. These pillars seem to be in set places. One here. Don't really see a pattern in them, but I'm just gonna take a quick stroll. Well, as quick can be in Etrian Odyssey anyway. And there we go. There's another item point over here. Soldier's Mystic set. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to weaken the soldiers with other people. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna use Sapping and Bravery. I'm not sure if Sapping can reach them in time though. Leanna is still a little slow and pretty much underleveled. Okay, so we can one-shot these guys with All Slash. That's good to know. Makes training people easier. Mystic Soldier Sandcloth, thank you. I believe we need to safe keep one of their items for the quest I'm doing right now, but I can't remember which one. So we're probably just going to sell them anyways. This is a take point. There's pillar 2 spaces below us. And we're not going to get all the pillars our first round through, because I'm not going to look side to side for the pillars now. But we are going to mark whatever pillars we find. And yeah, there doesn't really seem to be a pattern to the pillars. They just seem to be kind of strewn about randomly, but I don't know. Can't be sure. There's another item point over here. There's a ton of item points on this floor. This is a take point. I think we've run into all of the different sorts. I don't think so though. I think there's 6 item points in this area in total. And there's a floor below it. And then this wall goes pretty much infinitely down along this line. Very simple. And that's that. So we know what works and what doesn't. We can refrain from using what we don't need to use. Eric died. That's more experience for everyone else, but that does mean Eric died, so he doesn't get any of it. But that's why we're swimming in nectars. We knew he was going to die, we just need to take care of it. Very good. There's the FOE again. There's also an item point over there. I say FOE again, but we don't know if it's the same FOE or not. This is a chop point. We have another pillar here. I think there's something important about these pillars, but probably not. Did I miss any of that wall? Wall is the same all the way up and down. It does not change. And we have another pillar here. Slash defend, defend, defends. Bravery. Level 17. I'm pretty sure Leanna's been leveling up a few times, but I might be already tending to her, which I wasn't. Let's see. Abdomen's at 10. We're working on cranial. You're still working on baits. Reminds me of our days back in the second stratum, eh? And we continue. Here's that FOE again. Map's not following us. This is where that ends. And I think this isn't going to be the last pillar. There's still a lot of pillars more towards the middle that we haven't found yet. We have found a large chunk of them. So it's all slash defend, 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 bravery. So what I think I'm going to do is I am actually going to take the time to, wow, seriously, to walk on all of these bases. It's going to take a long time, and there's no telling how long it will take, but I will do it. And through this I'm going to be training Eric and Leanna a little bit more. That is the primary goal of doing this, but ideally I want to reveal as much of this space as possible so I know where the FOEs are going all the time. Because there are FOEs in here, and they're going places, but I can't tell where they're going, or I can't figure out their pattern if I don't know where they're going. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start on that. I'm gonna see you guys after a long time. That was strange. And I am out of nectars, so we'll warp running out of here. I explored a huge chunk of that space, not all of it though. I kind of question whether I want to even dive back in there and do it again. Let's look at for quests in case there's something that's calling for all this stuff I have. 3 hard shards, 5 steel chips. We don't have the steel chips, but we can take the hard. We have hard shards, so we just need to remember to not use them. Oh, that's something else. Let's ignore that for now. Let's go to the Seth Apothecary. Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy a bunch of nectars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You really need a huge supply of those. 5, Eric, yes. Thank you. And we know we need to keep the hard shards, so let's just sell everything that isn't hard shards, and we should be okay. Or we can sell several of the hard shards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Ink sticks, nothing. Tendons, nothing. Well, blade whip, okay, sure. Sand cloths, sand gloves. Dried vine. Sand twigs, sandy pin, and we do have a steel chip. These are from the warriors, and these are from the other guys that are not warriors. Forget their names. Sandy pins for everyone, sand gloves for no one. Everything else seems to be the same. Let's grab another warp wire. I think I'll just do the rest of this off screen, but hey there everyone, this has been Life Freak. As always, I thank you for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Goodbye.